There are mysteries in this world that defy reason. Vanished civilizations, inexplicable phenomena, messages in undeciphered languages, and people who simply disappeared without a trace. These aren't tales from horror novels. They're documented events, real and haunting. Tonight, we step into history's darker corners to reveal 50 truly unsolved cases. Mysteries that shouldn't exist, but do. Some will chill you to the bone. Others will echo in your mind long after the narration ends. Prepare to explore events that blur the line between the explainable and the unknowable. Welcome to the shadows of truth. Welcome to 50 unsolved mysteries that shouldn't exist, but do. Mystery number 1, the Taos Hum, New Mexico. In the small desert town of Taos, New Mexico, a strange sound has baffled residents for decades. Known as the Taos Hum, it's a low-frequency droning noise, like a distant engine or the rumble of a truck, but no source has ever been found. Even more bizarre, only about 2% of the population can actually hear it. Scientists have tried everything: sound mapping, seismic monitoring, even electromagnetic scans. Yet no mechanical or geological origin has been detected. For some, the hum causes headaches, nausea, or sleeplessness, a condition dubbed hum syndrome. For others, it's simply an eerie presence they've grown used to. Theories range from secret military experiments to subtle shifts in Earth's crust, even psychological phenomena, but nothing definitive has ever been proven. Is it something natural or something else entirely? No one knows, and the hum continues to this day. Mystery number 2, the Devil's Footprints, Devon, 1855. On a snowy February night in 1855, the peaceful countryside of Devon, England, awoke to terror. Locals discovered a bizarre trail of hoof-like footprints pressed deep into the snow, stretching over 100 miles across rooftops, walls, haystacks, and even narrow drains. The prints were cloven, as if made by a bipedal goat or something far more sinister. What made them chilling wasn't just their shape, it was where they went. They crossed impossible terrain, climbed vertical surfaces, and vanished only to reappear on the other side of rivers and fences, untouched. Villagers whispered in fear. Had the devil himself walked through Devon that night? Some claimed it was an escaped kangaroo or badger. Others believed it was a supernatural warning, but no definitive explanation has ever been found. To this day, the mystery lingers like a cold breath on the back of your neck. Mystery number 3, the Man from Charred, Tokyo, 1954. In 1954, at Haneda Airport in Tokyo, a man arrived on a routine European flight. But what happened next defied logic. When asked to present his passport, officials were baffled. It was from a country called Charred, a nation that did not exist. The man, fluent in multiple languages, insisted Charred was real. He pointed to a spot on a map where Andorra is located, confused as to why his homeland wasn't there. His passport was filled with stamps and visas from real countries. The company he claimed to work for existed, but said they had never heard of him. Authorities placed him in a guarded hotel room while they investigated. But by morning, he had vanished. No trace, no escape route, just gone. Was he from a parallel dimension, a hoax, or something else beyond our understanding? The man from Charred was never seen again. Mystery number 4, the Pollock twins, England, 1957. In 1957, in Hexham, England, tragedy struck when 2 young sisters, Joanna and Jacqueline Pollock, were killed in a car accident. Their devastated parents, John and Florence, prayed for a sign that their daughters lived on. A year later, Florence gave birth to twin girls, Jennifer and Jillian. From a young age, the twins displayed eerie knowledge of their deceased sisters' lives. Jennifer had birthmarks identical to Jacqueline's. The twins recognized toys they had never seen before, and even recalled specific locations only Joanna and Jacqueline had known. They would panic when passing the site of the accident, claiming, "That's where we died." As they grew older, the memories faded, but the mystery remained. Was this a true case of reincarnation, a shared psychological delusion, or something else science can't yet explain? To this day, no one can say for certain. Mystery number 5, The Somerton Man, Australia, 1948. In December 1948, a mysterious man was found dead on Somerton Beach near Adelaide, Australia. He was well-dressed, but all labels in his clothing were removed and no identification was ever found. The cause of death baffled doctors. No visible wounds, no poison detected. In his pocket, police discovered a tiny scrap of paper with the words Tamam Shud, meaning ended or finished in Persian. This clue linked the case to a rare book of Persian poetry which contained an uncrackable code scribbled inside. Despite decades of investigation, the man's identity remains unknown. Was he a spy, a victim of Cold War intrigue, or caught in a secret espionage plot? The Somerton Man's death is still one of Australia's most enduring unsolved mysteries, leaving more questions than answers about who he was and how he died. Mystery number 6. D.B. Cooper, USA, 1971. In 1971, a man known only as D.B. Cooper hijacked a Northwest Airlines flight traveling from Portland to Seattle. He calmly handed a note to a flight attendant, claiming he had a bomb and demanding $200,000 in ransom along with parachutes. After receiving the money and releasing the passengers, Cooper ordered the pilots to fly toward Mexico City. Somewhere over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, he parachuted from the plane, disappearing into the night. Despite an intense manhunt, Cooper was never found. Over the years, fragments of the ransom money washed up along the Columbia River, but no conclusive evidence of his fate emerged. Who was D.B. Cooper? A skilled skydiver? A criminal mastermind? Or just an ordinary man who vanished without a trace? The daring skyjacking remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. Mystery number 7, the Dyatlov Pass Incident, Urals, 1959. In the winter of 1959, 9 experienced hikers set out on a trek through Russia's Ural Mountains, but they never returned. Weeks later, search teams found their tent torn open from the inside, abandoned in deep snow. The hikers' bodies were scattered nearby, some with strange injuries, broken ribs, skull fractures, and one missing her tongue and eyes. Yet there were no signs of a struggle or external wounds. Their clothes were strangely radioactive. Despite official investigations, no clear explanation ever emerged. Some suggest an avalanche, while others propose secret military tests or even paranormal forces. What truly happened on that frozen slope? Why did these seasoned explorers flee their tent into the deadly cold? The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most chilling and unsolved mysteries in mountaineering history. Mystery number 8, the Oak Island Money Pit, Nova Scotia. On Oak Island, Nova Scotia, a strange pit has baffled treasure hunters for over 2 centuries. Discovered in 1795, the so-called Money Pit is a deep shaft filled with layers of logs, stones, and mysterious artifacts. Excavators have found wooden platforms every 10 feet, hinting at an elaborate trap designed to protect something valuable. Countless attempts to reach the bottom have been thwarted by flooding tunnels, collapses, and bizarre accidents. Legends say it holds pirate treasure, lost manuscripts, or even the Holy Grail. Despite modern technology and millions spent, no definitive treasure has been recovered. Theories swirl around secret societies, coded messages, and ancient curses. Is the Money Pit a cleverly engineered trap, or just a natural formation magnified by myth? The mystery of Oak Island continues to draw adventurers and dreamers, all chasing the promise of untold riches buried deep underground. Mystery number 9, the WOW Signal, Ohio, 1977. On August 15, 1977, a radio telescope at Ohio State University captured a powerful, unexplained signal from space. Lasting just 72 seconds, the signal was so striking that astronomer Jerry Eman circled it on the printout and wrote "Wow" beside it, giving the event its famous name. The signal came from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, near the center of the Milky Way. It matched no known natural or man-made source and has never been detected again, despite numerous attempts. Was it a message from an extraterrestrial civilization, a cosmic anomaly, or an unexplained quirk of radio waves? The WOW signal remains one of the most tantalizing hints of intelligent life beyond Earth. a brief, mysterious whisper from the cosmos that continues to intrigue scientists and dreamers alike. Mystery number 10, the Zodiac Killer, California, late 1960s to 70s. Between the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Zodiac Killer terrorized Northern California with a series of brutal murders. What made this killer infamous wasn't just the violence. It was the taunting letters sent to police and newspapers, filled with cryptic ciphers and chilling threats. Despite intense investigations, the Zodiac's identity remains unknown. Some of his coded messages have been cracked, revealing disturbing insights, but many remain unsolved. He claimed responsibility for at least 5 murders, but some believe there were more victims. His elusive nature and clever communications made him a legend of fear. Even decades later, the mystery endures. Was he a disturbed loner, a criminal genius, or someone hiding in plain sight? The Zodiac Killer's chilling legacy still haunts California and captivates true crime enthusiasts worldwide. Mystery number 11, the Hashima Island Shadows, Japan. Off the coast of Japan lies Hashima Island, once a bustling coal mining facility, now a haunting ghost town. After its abandonment in the 1970s, visitors reported strange shadows moving through the crumbling buildings, whispers echoing in empty corridors, and sudden drops in temperature. Locals tell tales of restless spirits of miners who died in accidents, trapped forever in the island's dark tunnels. Some claim to have seen figures watching from broken windows, or felt unseen hands brush past them. The Japanese government has opened limited tours, but access is restricted due to safety concerns, and the eerie stories keep the island shrouded in mystery. Are these shadows echoes of the past or something else? Hashima Island's silent ruins hold secrets that may never fully be uncovered. Mystery number 12, the disappearance of Amelia Earhart, Pacific, 1937. In 1937, famed aviator Amelia Earhart vanished while attempting to fly around the world. During the final leg over the vast Pacific Ocean, her plane lost radio contact, and despite extensive searches, no confirmed trace was ever found. Did she crash into the ocean and sink? Or did she land on a remote island, struggling to survive? Some theories even suggest espionage or capture by foreign forces. Over the decades, explorers and researchers have scoured islands and ocean floors, uncovering tantalizing clues, but nothing conclusive. Amelia's disappearance remains one of aviation's greatest mysteries, sparking endless speculation. Her courage and pioneering spirit live on, but the true fate of Amelia Earhart and her Lockheed Electra remain lost in the endless blue. Mystery number 13, the Yuba County 5, USA, 1978. In 1978, 5 men from Yuba County, California, went missing after attending a college basketball game. Their car was found abandoned miles from their planned route, deep in the snowy Sierra Nevada mountains, with the keys still inside. Search teams discovered their bodies months later in strange, isolated locations, scattered over a large area. Some had died of starvation, others from exposure, but none had tried to seek shelter. What confounds investigators is how these intelligent men ended up lost and separated in such harsh terrain. One body was found in an abandoned trailer, with food untouched nearby. No clear explanation exists. Were they victims of disorientation, a tragic accident, or something more mysterious? The fate of the Yuba County 5 remains a chilling puzzle, a haunting reminder of nature's unforgiving power and the fragility of human survival. Mystery number 14, the Voynich Manuscript, undated. The Voynich Manuscript is one of history's most perplexing puzzles. An ancient book filled with bizarre illustrations and written in a script no one can decipher. Discovered in the early 20th century, the manuscript's origins remain unknown, with estimates ranging from the 15th to 17th centuries. Its pages depict strange plants, astronomical diagrams, and naked figures bathing in mysterious pools, none matching any known culture or language. Cryptographers, linguists, and computer scientists have all tried and failed to crack its code. Some believe it's a lost language or a complex cipher. Others think it might be an elaborate hoax or even a record of alchemical secrets. Despite decades of study, the Voynich manuscript's meaning and purpose remain a complete mystery, a silent enigma that continues to baffle and fascinate scholars worldwide. Mystery number 15, the Coral Castle, Florida, impossible megaliths built by one man. In Florida stands the Coral Castle, a massive structure made entirely of huge coral blocks, some weighing several tons. What's incredible is that it was built single-handedly by Edward Leeds Calnan, a man weighing just 100 pounds and claiming to know the secrets of the pyramids. Leeds Calnan worked mostly at night, without heavy machinery or assistance. How he moved and carved these enormous stones with such precision remains unknown. He never revealed his methods, calling it magnetic currents and secret knowledge. Some say he possessed anti-gravity technology or extraordinary engineering skills lost to time. The Coral Castle remains a monument to mystery, a puzzle of ancient techniques in the modern age. Mystery number 16, the lead masks case, Brazil, 1966. In 1966, two Brazilian men were found dead on a hill near Rio de Janeiro, wearing lead masks covering their eyes, like scuba gear without the rest of the equipment. Next to them lay a notebook with cryptic instructions mentioning protective masks and waiting for the light. No signs of trauma or struggle were found, and toxicology reports showed no poison. The cause of death remains unknown. Theories range from a failed scientific experiment, a bizarre ritual, or even extraterrestrial contact. The eerie scene and strange masks continue to baffle investigators and thrill seekers alike. What were these men trying to do? And why did it end in death? Mystery number 17, the Green Children of Woolpit, England, 12th century. In the 12th century, two children with green-tinted skin appeared in the village of Woolpit, England. They spoke an unknown language and refused all food except raw beans. Over time, their skin lost the green hue, and they learned English. The boy soon died, but the girls survived and told a strange story of coming from an underground land called St. Martin's Land, a place of perpetual twilight. Scholars debate if it was a folktale, an allegory, or a misunderstood encounter with lost travelers. No one knows where the green children came from or how they arrived in Woolpit. The mystery lingers, a strange chapter in medieval English folklore. Mystery number 18, the Bermuda Triangle vanishings. The Bermuda Triangle, a region between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has long been infamous for mysterious disappearances of ships and airplanes. Since the mid-20th century, dozens of vessels vanished without a trace. Explanations vary: unusual weather patterns, magnetic anomalies disrupting navigation, or methane gas eruptions causing vessels to sink. Some believe in paranormal causes, alien abductions, or time warps. Despite extensive research, no single theory fully explains all incidents. The Bermuda Triangle remains a symbol of mystery and fear, a place where the laws of nature seem to bend and vanish into the unknown. Mystery number 19, the Boy in the Box, Philadelphia, 1957. In 1957, the battered body of a young boy was found inside a cardboard box in Philadelphia. Despite widespread media attention and thousands of tips, the boy's identity and the circumstances of his death remain unknown. Dubbed America's Unknown Child, the case has baffled investigators for decades. Forensic advances have provided some clues, but no matches to missing children records. Theories include abuse, trafficking, or tragic abandonment, but no suspects were ever charged. The Boy in the Box's silent story is a haunting reminder of forgotten victims and unresolved grief. Mystery number 20, the Isdal Woman, Norway, 1970. In 1970, hikers discovered the burned body of an unidentified woman in Norway's Isdalen Valley. She carried multiple fake identities, coded notes, and disguises. Her cause of death was suspicious, possibly poisoning or self-immolation. Investigators suspected espionage during the Cold War, but no conclusive evidence emerged. Despite worldwide searches, the woman's true identity remains a mystery. Known as the Isdal Woman, her case fuels theories of spies, assassinations, or secret agents lost in shadow. Her story remains one of Norway's most chilling unsolved cases. Mystery number 21, the Dancing Plague of 1518, France. In July 1518, residents of Strasbourg, France, were struck by a bizarre phenomenon. Dozens of people began dancing uncontrollably in the streets. This dancing plague lasted for weeks, with some dancers collapsing from exhaustion or even dying. Doctors at the time were baffled, attributing it to hot blood or divine punishment. Modern theories suggest mass hysteria, ergot poisoning from moldy rye, or neurological disorders. Despite attempts to stop it, the dancing continued, spreading fear throughout the region. Why did this strange compulsion grip so many at once? The cause remains unknown, making it one of history's most unusual mass events. Mystery number 22. The Mary Celeste, Atlantic, 1872. In 1872, the merchant ship Mary Celeste was found drifting in the Atlantic, completely abandoned. The ship was in good condition, with cargo and supplies intact, but the crew had vanished without a trace. No signs of struggle or distress were found, and the ship's log ended abruptly. Theories range from pirate attacks to mutiny, natural disasters, or sea monsters. Despite numerous investigations, the fate of the crew remains a mystery. The Mary Celeste's ghostly silence continues to haunt maritime lore. Mystery number 23. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, 2014. In March 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 vanished during a routine flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Despite a massive international search effort, the plane's wreckage was not found for years. Debate surrounds what happened: pilot hijacking, mechanical failure, or a deliberate act. The disappearance remains one of aviation's greatest unsolved mysteries. Families and investigators still seek answers, but the truth remains lost somewhere over the vast Indian Ocean. Mystery number 24. The Yeti footprints in the Himalayas. For centuries, explorers and locals in the Himalayas have reported mysterious large footprints in the snow, attributed to the legendary Yeti, an ape-like creature said to roam the mountains. Despite numerous expeditions and some inconclusive samples, no definitive evidence of the Yeti has ever been found. Are these footprints natural animal tracks, hoaxes, or signs of an undiscovered species? The Yeti remains a captivating legend wrapped in snow and mystery. Mystery number 25. The Bell Witch, Tennessee, 1817 to 1821. The Bell family of Tennessee was plagued by strange noises, poltergeist activity, and ghostly apparitions between 1817 and 1821. The Bell Witch reportedly cursed the family, causing physical harm and terrifying encounters. Local folklore tells of an evil spirit, but some believe the events were caused by a vengeful neighbor or psychological phenomena. The Bell Witch legend is one of America's most famous haunting stories, inspiring books, movies, and endless debate. Mystery number 26. The Hinterkaifeck Murders, Germany, 1922. In 1922, 6 members of the Gruber family were brutally murdered on their remote farmstead in Germany. Before the killings, neighbors reported strange noises and sightings of an unknown stranger lurking nearby. Despite numerous suspects and investigations, the killer was never found. The eerie circumstances and lack of motive make Hinterkaifeck one of Germany's most chilling unsolved crimes. Mystery number 27. The Tallinn Man, Denmark, Iron Age bog body. Discovered in a Danish peat bog in 1950, the Tallinn Man is a remarkably preserved body dating back over 2,300 years. His peaceful expression and the noose around his neck suggest a ritualistic death by hanging. Scientists study him to understand Iron Age life and customs, but questions remain about his identity and why he was sacrificed. The Tallinn Man provides a haunting glimpse into ancient ritual practices and mysteries of the past. Mystery number 28. The UFO crash at Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, 1965. In December 1965, witnesses in Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, reported seeing a fiery object crash into the woods. Military personnel quickly cordoned off the area, fueling rumors of a UFO cover-up. Descriptions varied from a bell-shaped craft to a meteorite. Official explanations cite a meteor, but locals believe it was an extraterrestrial spaceship. The Kecksburg incident remains a cornerstone of UFO lore, sparking debate about government secrecy and alien visitation. Mystery number 29, the mysterious hollow Earth theories. The hollow Earth theory suggests that Earth contains vast hidden spaces beneath its surface, possibly inhabited by unknown civilizations or creatures. Though dismissed by mainstream science, the idea has fascinated explorers and conspiracy theorists alike for centuries. From tales of underground cities to secret entrances at the poles, hollow Earth theories blend mythology, science fiction, and speculation, remaining a captivating, if unproven, mystery. Mystery number 30, the Belmez Faces, Spain, haunted house images in concrete floor. In 1971, strange faces began appearing in the concrete floor of a house in Belmez de la Moraleda, Spain. These ghostly images would change expressions and multiply, despite the floor being scrubbed and replaced. Scientists and paranormal experts investigated, but found no explanation. Some believe the faces are supernatural manifestations, others suspect elaborate hoaxes. The Belmez faces continue to intrigue believers and skeptics, haunting the house with their silent, shifting presence. Mystery number 31, the disappearance of D.B. Cooper's money. After hijacking a plane in 1971 and parachuting into the night with $200,000, D.B. Cooper vanished without a trace. Years later, in 1980, a young boy found bundles of the ransom money buried along the Columbia River, some bills still marked with serial numbers. Despite this clue, Cooper's identity and fate remain unknown. Did he survive the jump and hide the money, or did the cash wash ashore naturally? The discovery deepened the mystery. If Cooper was alive, why leave the money behind? If he died, how did the bills end up there? The money's strange reappearance is one of the few tangible links to the elusive skyjacker, but it has only fueled endless speculation. Mystery number 32, the Lemp Mansion hauntings, Missouri. The Lemp Mansion in St. Louis, Missouri, is infamous for its dark history and reported hauntings. Once home to the wealthy Lemp family, it witnessed multiple tragic deaths and rumored suicides. Visitors report eerie whispers, sudden cold spots, and ghostly apparitions in the mansion's shadowy halls. Some say the spirits of the Lemp family still linger, trapped by unresolved anguish. The mansion has become a hotspot for paranormal investigators and thrill seekers, with countless unexplained phenomena recorded. Is it restless spirits or simply the power of suggestion? The Lemp Mansion's chilling reputation endures, captivating those drawn to the supernatural. Mystery number 33, the disappearance of the Roanoke colony, 1587. In 1587, over 100 settlers established the Roanoke colony in present-day North Carolina. When a supply ship returned 3 years later, the entire colony had vanished, with no bodies or signs of struggle. The only clue was the word Croatoan carved into a tree. Theories suggest assimilation with local tribes, starvation, disease, or even supernatural causes. Despite archaeological searches, the fate of Roanoke settlers remains unknown. America's oldest unsolved disappearance. Mystery number 34, the bog bodies of Ireland and Germany across Europe. Well-preserved bog bodies have been discovered in peat bogs, ancient human remains dating back thousands of years. These bodies often show signs of violent deaths and strange rituals, suggesting sacrificial ceremonies or executions. The acidic, oxygen-poor bogs preserve skin and organs, offering a rare glimpse into Iron Age lives and deaths. But who were these people? Why were they placed in bogs? The purpose and stories behind these haunting remains remain a mystery. Mystery number 35, the Phoenix Lights, Arizona, 1997. On March 13, 1997, thousands witnessed strange, silent lights moving in formation over Phoenix, Arizona. The Phoenix Lights event remains one of the most famous mass UFO sightings. Military officials claimed it was flares from training exercises, but witnesses described a massive, solid craft. Despite investigations, no definitive explanation emerged. The incident remains a defining moment in UFO lore, sparking debate about extraterrestrial visitors. Mystery number 36, the New England Vampire Panic, 19th century. In the 19th century, New England experienced a vampire panic during tuberculosis outbreaks. Believing the dead were causing the illness, communities exhumed bodies, sometimes burning organs to stop the spread. This folk superstition reflects early misunderstandings of disease and death. The panic faded as medical knowledge advanced, but the eerie rituals and grave disturbances remain a strange chapter in American history. Mystery number 37, the Devil's Kettle Waterfall, Minnesota. At Judge C.R. Magny State Park in Minnesota, the Devil's Kettle Waterfall splits into two streams, one flowing downstream, the other disappearing into a mysterious hole. Scientists have tried tracking the water's path with dye and other methods, but the kettle seems to swallow it without a trace. Is it a natural cave system, underground river, or something more enigmatic? The Devil's Kettle continues to baffle visitors and geologists alike. Mystery number 38, the disappearance of Frederick Valentich, Australia, 1978. Frederick Valentich was a pilot who disappeared while flying over the Bass Strait in 1978. Before vanishing, he reported seeing a strange, bright aircraft hovering above him. His last transmissions described an unidentified flying object following his plane, but no wreckage or body was ever found. Was it an accident, foul play, or alien encounter? The mystery remains unsolved. Mystery number 39, the Overtown Bridge Dog Suicides, Scotland. In West Dunbartonshire, Scotland, dogs have inexplicably jumped from Overtown Bridge into the river below, with some dying or disappearing. Despite investigations, no clear cause has been identified. Theories include animal hallucinations caused by sense or magnetic fields. The eerie phenomenon has earned the bridge a reputation for being haunted or cursed. Mystery number 40, the Espiritu Santo cryptid sightings, Vanuatu. On the island of Espiritu Santo in Vanuatu, locals report sightings of a large ape-like creature, sometimes called the Vanuatu Bigfoot. Despite occasional footprints and stories, no conclusive evidence has surfaced. The cryptid remains part of local folklore and mystery, intriguing cryptozoologists and adventurers alike. Mystery number 41, the disappearance of Air France Flight 447, 2009. On June 1, 2009, Air France Flight 447 vanished over the Atlantic Ocean during a routine flight from Rio de Janeiro to Paris. The Airbus A330 disappeared from radar without sending a distress signal. After days of searching, wreckage and bodies were found thousands of meters underwater. Investigations pointed to pilot error combined with equipment failure during severe weather. However, questions remain about why the pilots lost control so suddenly. Families of victims and aviation experts continue to debate the exact causes. Despite modern technology, the tragedy exposed vulnerabilities in air safety. Flight 447's disappearance and the deep-sea recovery efforts remain a somber reminder of nature's power and human limitations. Mystery number 42, the Dybbuk Box Hauntings, USA. The Dybbuk Box is a wine cabinet said to be haunted by a malicious spirit from Jewish folklore known as a Dybbuk. Purchased at an estate sale in the early 2000s, owners reported nightmares, strange noises, and unexplained illnesses. The box inspired a horror movie, but skeptics questioned the story's authenticity. Paranormal investigators who examined the box experienced eerie phenomena, fueling its legend. Whether a cursed artifact or elaborate hoax, the Dybbuk Box has captured public imagination as one of the most infamous haunted objects in the U.S. Mystery number 43, the Zodiac cipher, still unsolved. While several Zodiac killer ciphers have been cracked, one remains a baffling enigma. This unsolved cipher, sent to the press in 1969, is filled with strange symbols and patterns. Despite efforts by cryptographers and enthusiasts worldwide, its meaning remains elusive. Some suspect it contains the killer's identity or sinister messages. Others think it may be meaningless. This cipher fuels ongoing fascination with the Zodiac case and the unknown mind behind it. Mystery number 44, the Moseley Cryptid in England. Reports from the small town of Moseley tell of a strange ape-like creature roaming the countryside. Witnesses describe a large, hairy being moving silently through forests and fields. No concrete evidence exists, but occasional footprints and eerie sounds keep the legend alive. The Moseley Cryptid remains a local mystery. a possible undiscovered animal, or a figment of imagination. Mystery number 45, the mysterious black triangle UFO sightings. Since the late 20th century, numerous sightings of large, silent, black triangular UFOs have been reported worldwide. These objects move with incredible speed and perform maneuvers defying known technology. Some believe they are advanced military aircraft, others speculate extraterrestrial origin. The truth behind the black triangles remains hidden in the shadows. Mystery number 46, the vanishing of Percy Fawcett in the Amazon. Decide explorer Percy Fawcett disappeared in 1925 while searching for a lost city in the Amazon. Despite several expeditions, neither he nor his party was ever found. Rumors suggest encounters with hostile tribes, jungle hazards, or mysterious forces. Fawcett's fate remains a haunting mystery, inspiring countless books and films. Mystery number 47, the haunting of Eastern State Penitentiary, Philadelphia. The Eastern State Penitentiary, once a revolutionary prison, is now famed for ghost stories. Visitors report eerie footsteps, voices, and shadowy figures. Designed for solitary confinement, its dark history of despair fuels its haunted reputation. Paranormal tours draw thrill seekers hoping to glimpse the supernatural. Mystery number 48, the Klerksdorp Spheres, South Africa. Metallic spheres, millions of years old. It is new pier with controlser, discovered in ancient rock formations. The Klerksdorp spheres are small metallic objects, allegedly millions of years old. Some claim they are manufactured artifacts predating human civilization, challenging our understanding of history. Skeptics argue they are natural mineral formations. The spheres remain a controversial and intriguing mystery. Mystery number 49, the Sinepa Zone Phantom Island in the Arctic. It's an Olympson Bay. Sailors have reported seeing an island in the remote Sinepa Zone of the Arctic that appears and disappears mysteriously. Sometimes visible on maps, sometimes not, it defies cartographers. Theories include mirages, lost landmasses, or supernatural phenomena. Its elusive nature keeps explorers fascinated. Mystery number 50, the disappearance of the crew of the Mary Celeste, revisited with new twist. Now, the Mary Celeste was found abandoned in 1872, but new research suggests the crew may have been victims of a sudden, catastrophic event, like an underwater methane explosion. This could explain why the ship was intact but deserted. Though new theories emerge, the fate of the crew remains unsolved, keeping the mystery alive. You've journeyed through 50 of history's most chilling and inexplicable mysteries, from vanished explorers and strange signals to haunting apparitions and impossible artifacts. These stories linger at the edge of rational explanation. Some may someday be solved by new evidence or groundbreaking research. Others, however, may remain forever in the realm of the unknown. Which one unsettled you the most? Share your thoughts below. And if you're hungry for more secrets lurking in the dark corners of history, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Because next time, we delve even deeper into the mysteries the world forgot and the truths that refuse to stay buried.